Alright, what up, y'all? So, today we're gonna be doing a taper on Trey. First, we're gonna start off, we're gonna comb all of the hair in the direction that it grows. Don't miss anything. Starting off with the number 1 guard closed, going with the grain. Y'all gonna see something that says ATG. That means against the grain. WTG means with the grain, but you won't see WTG here. So cut the hair down with the grain. This is the 1 guard all the way closed. So right there, when you get to his crown, always cut in the direction that the crown actually grows in. That way you don't gap anybody up. And his hair looks kind of light, but it's not. It's just more dense in the areas closest to the top and closest to the front. So still 1 guard, and right here, this is the 1 1/2. Should show right here. 1 1/2 guard closed ATG against the grain. And I'm doing that on the lineup just to get a little bit closer. So we're gonna bald out with the Babyliss gold trimmers, the skeleton gold trimmers. No guard, like 1/2 inch up, slightly 1/2 inch. And once again, no guard closed to get the ball line out. Nothing serious, nothing too serious. Okay, this is the 0.5. This is like minor detail work. You're gonna go to the 0.5 in between no guard and the 1 guard, which you'll see next. So right here, come in with the 1 guard and just get a lot of that dense, bulky area out. As you can see a little bit closer to the top, like right up under his occipital bone. It's a little dark. I'm gonna clean that up too, so just pay attention. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna speed through this because y'all don't want to see me fade all of this, but just pay attention to the way that the lines disappear and how I flick my hand out. And go ahead and subscribe for me if you must, and you must. Okay. So now that we pretty much sped through this process, I think next is that back lineup. So I like to use my Andis. I got them 0 gap pretty well, but I've had these for a long time, like a super long time. So I know exactly how these hit, and they hit, so don't play with me. Clean the neck up. If you can, always go against the grain on the back of the neck, especially when you get lower on the neck, so you don't scratch your clients, especially if you got sharp clippers. If you got sharp clippers and you heavy-handed, going against the grain is probably the best for you. And I always pull the ear down just so I don't nick it, and I can get behind that ear a lot more precisely. And use the corner going around the ears and going around your C's. I'm gonna show y'all that in a minute. Okay, so what you do to one side, you do to the other side. Like I said, hold that ear down so you don't nick your clients. Have them out here looking crazy, getting out the chair bleeding. So he doesn't keep facial hair. We're gonna knock that facial hair all the way off. And he's been coming to me for a while, so he already knows once I get down closer to the bottom of his neck, he just lifts it up automatically. See, look, told you. Once you get your clients coming back, they pretty much get used to it. So this is no guard, open to close. These are the wall senior cordless. Let me see what we doing. So I'm just going back and forth in between open and close, taking out my ball line and blending in between that and my 0.5, which I'm about to come in with next. Look at there, 0.5. So with the 0.5, I'm not really going with the entire blade for the most part. It's more so notch cutting. So you go in there with the points, like the corner of the blade, so you're not really pushing the fade up. You see what I'm doing? Like right there. And this is no guard once again. So just point cut so you don't push your fade up. So we're coming in with the one guard. We're gonna do the same thing. Open to close, open to close, open to close, open to close. All this is repetition. So you go close, work it to open, which actually that's backwards. You start open and you work it to close. You just go in between those until the fade looks right. Now I'm going towards his hairline a little bit more with the one open because it was a little bit more dense up there. But I wouldn't do that with like a 0.5 or anything. You would lighten up the hairline like way too much. So I'm just gonna go back and forth between the 1 and the 0.5 and just blend this out. Now, once I get done with this, we're gonna smooth it down just a little bit. And I'm gonna do that by raking it. I'm gonna show y'all what that is. So hold on for me. And notice how while I'm fading, I'm not really like pressing like hard on the skin, hard on the scalp. His head is not moving at all. If you press too hard on your client's scalp, that's not a good look. Like that's just real annoying. Don't do that. Like mad aggressive with your client's head. Okay, so the guard is off again. This is no guard, and this is just point cutting. Small little detail areas, the small little dark spots that you might see. I'm just gonna knock those out. And like I said, it's all repetition. Repetition, repetition, repetition. And realistically, we done. So that right there, that's raking. You just take the clippers, sit it on the side, and you come down. You don't like hold the clippers flush to the head or you'll cut a lot of hair off and your client gonna be pissed off. Okay, so like I said, what you do to one side, you do the exact same thing to the other. So I'm just gonna speed through this side. The lineup on the back is tough. And I didn't even put Spritz on the lineup on the back. That's how I know my liners is hidden. So, like I said, point cut, that's how you do your details. On this side, I had to go with the 1 1/2. That's what that white guard was. Because, like I said, his hair is a little more dense in certain areas. So, I had to debulk it with the 1 1/2. Always keep your comb in your hand while you cutting. Always. Okay, so I apply shaving cream to the front lineup just so you can get rid of all of that excess oil and dirt. You take the shaving cream. You do not have to take a lot of shaving cream. Shaving cream foams up a lot, so just a little bit of shaving cream goes a long way. All right, don't toast the strudel your clients. Just a little bit goes a long way. So after the shaving cream, hot towel. And if your client has a beard, you can put shaving cream on the beard line too. You take the hot towel, you test it on your arm first, and you ask them if it's okay, so you don't burn your client. And then you just lay it down, and you massage the heat and that moisture into their face. And what this is doing is prepping the lineup. Now I use Spritz. You can spray the Spritz directly onto your person, but I recommend putting it onto a neck strip. And now we start with the lineup. I'm using the Babyliss FX trimmers once again. And for the most part, I always start in the middle, but I know my clients' heads, so I can really start on whichever side. But start in the middle. That way, you know for a fact that your line is, is balanced. So like the easiest way to get a symmetrical hairline is to realistically start in the middle of the front line or start on your sides, like on the bars. If you can get the bars the same like length on both sides, it makes it easier to draw a straight line straight across the front. But you figure out what works for you. Me personally, I can do it however I please. So we're just gonna speed through this because it's just a lineup. I'm gonna do another video on a lineup so y'all can actually see how I do my lineups, how I break them down piece by piece. Okay, I slowed it down here to show y'all detail work using the size of my liners. It's just like cleaning up little, like just dark spots. And that's what sets you apart from like regular barbers. I switched back to my Andis because he does have sensitive skin, and my Babeless they're like extremely zero gap, so they're sharp. But I'm light-handed, so I don't intend to scratch people. What else we got? Okay, so like I said again, what you do to one side, you do to the other. I come from the other side. I meet my line in the middle. I go from that line in the middle, and I work my way to the right side. And we're just gonna speed through this too. Now also, people ask me why I only wear one glove. I only wear one glove because that's the hand that a majority of the hair gets on, and you see you see that ash line. Stop playing with me. But I wear one glove because that's the hand that most hair gets on, because that's the hand that I cut with. If you want to wear two gloves, be my guest, but do what works for you. So right now we're going into the razor. When you do the razor, pull that skin extremely tight. If you don't, you will cut and or nick your clients. And I say cut and or nick because a nick and a cut are two totally different things. You don't want to slice your client up because they're gonna be mad at you. So like right here, I take that forehead, I stretch your skin down, I pull the razor back. This is a dry shave. Some people can't take a dry shave because it'll irritate their skin, but most people can take a dry shave. So you just take the razor, go all around the lineup, and don't forget the mustache. Some people don't do the mustache because they're afraid to put the razor on a person's lip, because that's actually an easy place to cut somebody, like a really easy place to cut somebody. So after that, you put the product on, brush it in, and we done. And that's a basic taper.